Did you know that the Tengen Merger will be the craziest arc of Jujutsu Kaisen? When it comes to the Tengen Merger, there is good news and bad news. The bad news is that everyone in the culling game must die in order for it to begin. It sounds sad, but it's what's got to happen. The good news is that the Tengen Merger will create a new world that will be much better than the world we see now. It might sound like an exaggeration, but after reading some panels and rewatching Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, we have a glimpse of what's to come, and all we can say is that it will be wild. Let's share a little with you guys because the culling game is taking forever, and most people have forgotten about the main dish of the whole series, the Tengen Merger. Gege may be extending the culling match on purpose because the merger arc will be insanely good, and that's probably what he is working on right now. Chapter 249, we witness Kenjaku passing his will down to Sukuna, enabling Sukuna to merge after he kills everyone in the culling game. Everyone in the culling game must die for us to witness the next big event. This means that Yuta, along with most participants in the culling game, will have to say goodbye soon. Sukuna is tasked with merging the beast, and little does he know he's getting himself into a lot of chaos. The merger involves Tengen and humanity. Humans are waiting outside the barrier, and once the culling game ends, Sukuna will merge all of humanity with Tengen. The reason the merging must happen between humans and Tengen and not curses and Tengen is that humans have cursed energy and mortality. Tengen is immortal, so to become immortal, he needs to merge with humans, not a star plasma. Star plasmas are built differently. They are not normal humans. They may look like it, but they are 100% built differently. They have a body compatible with Tengen, and this can be because of multiple factors, including the DNA. On the other hand, humans do not have such built-in systems as the plasmas, so merging humans with Tengen will increase the amount of cursed energy in the beast. Tengen is more of a cursed spirit than a human, because he did not merge with his star plasma vessel. Merging him with humanity will only make him insanely powerful. Sukuna is not stupid, and probably has an idea about this, but little does he know that the cursed spirit may, in fact, have his own cursed technique. We've all seen cursed spirits like Mahito and Jogo, and they have their own techniques. This is a theory, but the beast might have his own cursed technique, and if he does, then it will be the end of the world. When Kenjaku stated that the world would be chaotic, he was not lying. The merger will cause an insane amount of chaos throughout Japan and the world. If the Tengen beast is not destroyed, it will destroy the world because it is more powerful than Sukuna. It's something that has never been created before. Pure power. We've all seen what happened to Sukuna. The guy is insanely weakened, and we can assume he'll only get weaker after killing everyone unless he goes through some binding vow to increase his CE levels. This means Sukuna will stand no chance against the beast. Kenjaku already knew this, which is why he created Yuji. Kenjaku aims for Sukuna to create the beast, while Yuji is meant to destroy it. Sukuna brings chaos, and Yuji brings peace and order, opposite sides of the same coin. This is a theory, but Yuji, being the main character, may indeed be the one who destroys the beast. It makes absolute sense why Yuji's arsenal is diverse and continuously expanding. His arsenal wasn't created for him to kill Sukuna, it was intentionally developed for the merger beast. Thanks to Sukuna, Yuji could finally unleash his new technique. Yuji is driven to get stronger with the motivation to kill Sukuna. This drive has allowed him to unleash techniques like cleave and dismantle, and perform the largest black flash in history, all thanks to Sukuna. So we can say that Yuji's arsenal is not made to eliminate Sukuna, as Sukuna cannot die in the culling games. Sukuna dying would end the culling games immediately, which means the series will end right there, making Jujutsu Kaisen go from peak fiction to weak fiction. Imagine how dry it would be when everything ends in the culling game. Tengen will still be alive, strong curses will still exist, the old world will still be around, nothing special will be happening. It would be dry as hell. That is why Gege has no intentions of killing Sukuna. Sukuna will be using his binding vow all the way through so he could get to the next step of the series, the Tengen Merger. We can say that until the culling game ends, Yuji will be sidelined and Sukuna will be the MC until he completes his killing business. That may be why Gege is taking time to introduce Yuji's domain expansion. He may be holding it back for the merger beast, might be the case. One thing we know is that Yuji is the guy Kenjaku created to remove the chaos from the world after the merging happened. We all have seen that conversation between Yuki and Kenjaku, in which Kenjaku said that the next stage of humanity was to optimize cursed energy, whereas Yuki said it was breaking away from cursed energy. At first, Kenjaku's statement makes no sense, but if you dig deep into it, you will understand where the guy is coming from. Kenjaku wants to optimize cursed energy by merging Tengen with humanity. Optimizing cursed energy will mean that Japan will become insanely chaotic. This is because an increase in cursed energy level will make curses stronger and sorcerers even stronger. Not only Japan, but the whole world will be chaotic as hell. Bear in mind everyone will be dead, so technically, Yuji will be witnessing this himself. Sounds sad as hell. Let's remember that is what makes Yuji strong. Just like with Mahito, Yuji was alone and about to destroy Mahito right then and there. Yuji is the bomb that Kenjaku was talking about. Sukuna is also a bomb, but Yuji's bomb is much worse than Sukuna's because Yuji's bomb explodes when he sees everyone close to him dying. So technically, everyone dying will activate the bomb in Yuji, and with every death, he will unleash a new ability. We've seen his bomb explode multiple times. One of them is when Sukuna was black flashing Choso. Yuji was there, and in that very moment, he unleashed his bomb, which was the scissors cleave and dismantle. This was a mini bomb, so we can expect the most giant bomb to be Yuji's Yuji's domain expansion. You know that the domain expansion will be so insanely good and makes sense why it's saved for last. We've seen everyone's domain expansion, but Yuji's one has to not be revealed. This is because the best is always reserved for the last. You can expect Yuji to use his domain expansion against the Tengen beast, and one thing is certain, we will witness greatness with our own eyes. One thing we know is that Tengen is important because of his barriers, which are very important to the Jujutsu world. The Tengen barriers are key to optimizing cursed energy, allowing sorcerers to be stronger, curses to be stronger than ever. It also has other functions in the Jujutsu world, but the optimization of CE is the key function of Tengen. So if Tengen barriers are known to optimize CE, then it makes absolute sense that him dying would lead to the opposite effect, and that is de-optimization of CE, or you can say a decrease in cursed energy. Remember, Tengen was alive for more than 1,000 years, and the cursed energy for those years was optimized. Killing him will lead to a decrease in CE in Japan. This will lead to a new world to be born. New world will have a lower than usual level of cursed energy, meaning curses and sorcerers will become weaker than ever. In fact, sorcerers may be so weak that they may be more human than sorcerers. Curses like Mahito will not exist, and Japan will be like the rest of the world. Bear in mind that Japan is the only country with strong sorcerers and curses. So Tengen gone means Japan will no longer be suffering with strong, crazy curses like Mahito. Kenjaku's dream of creating chaos was the prerequisite for order to unfold. Kenjaku knew that for a new world to be born, it must go under chaos so that order could follow. This is a law of physics and nature, where order comes after chaos. Kenjaku had enough of Tengen, and that's why the guy spent 10 centuries creating a crazy plan so he could get rid of Tengen. He started doing this by killing babies with 6 eyes. No lie, that's pure evil and crazy. But he did it because if there were 6 eyes around, Kenjaku would have 0 access to Tengen, and his plan of merging would also be a flop. On top of that, Kenjaku was behind the Toji and Star Plasma incident, Megumi's sister incident, Culling Games, and the Shibuya incident. He's basically behind everything. The guy has been planning this for 1,000 years. That's how insanely obsessed he is with killing Tengen. Thinks about it every second of his life. Tengen is a good guy, but his very existence has led to the creation of powerful curses and sorcerers, causing Japan to be in constant conflict. Sorcerers and curses destroy each other, preventing peace and affecting everyone in Japan. During Kenjaku's conversation with Jogo, Jogo expressed his desire to eliminate all humans. Kenjaku replied that it would be Jogo who disappears, not the humans. He basically is saying that strong curses like Jogo will not be around, and he is so right. Kenjaku is aware that Tengen's death will lead to the disappearance of strong curses like Jogo and strong sorcerers. Kenjaku never saw Mahito or Jogo as allies, but as pawns in his plan, and it worked out perfectly. Now in this new world, we can expect Gojo to return through a binding vow. The reason we say this is because Tengen is gone. We know that Six Eyes and Tengen are connected by fate. It makes sense that Gojo won't be coming back in the Culling game, as the Tengen merger would be completely ruined, destroying the whole storyline. Sealing Gojo was crucial for the merger to happen, but that plan failed when the Prism Seal was broken, and Gojo was unsealed. However, thanks to Sukuna, Gojo had to die, making the plan even more effective. Now the merger can 100% happen, allowing for the new world to be born. This new world will benefit everyone, including Gojo himself. The central role of Six Eyes was to aid in the Star Plasma and Tengen merging, so it makes absolute sense why he will go through some binding vow to get rid of the Six Eyes, as it's no longer needed. Tengen not around means no need for Six Eyes, so we can easily say that Gojo will be the last Six Eye user in JJK history. Crazy stuff. It makes absolute sense why Gege keeps foreshadowing the one-eyed Gojo. We've seen it so often that it's becoming quite obvious. Ghost Gojo was the 100th time Gege did the foreshadowing thing, and if he does it again, he's definitely sending us major hints about what's to come after the Tengen merger. On top of that, Gege already hinted back in Shibuya that Gojo will return in the new world. Remember, the old world is when Tengen is still around, as he's been around for more than 1,000 years. The new world is the removal of the star god Tengen, so it makes sense that Gojo will be back after Tengen's removal. The good news is Gojo will not be alone, and here's why. We know that Gege is killing everyone, and the reason why he is doing this is for everyone to die and be reborn into the new world. Not only will the world be reborn and new, but the people will also come back reborn and new. Everyone who has died will likely have to sacrifice something, possibly their cursed techniques or something major. You can expect Yuta to sacrifice Rika, Gojo to give up his 6 eyes, Higuruma his cursed technique, and so on. All this means that Gojo won't be alone, and he will come back with a lot of other people. Everything I've stated will make you think deeply about who the hell Kenjaku is. He seems like an evil dude, but if you dig deep, he wants to make the world better for both curses and sorcerers. The fact that he created Yuji to help with the merger and equipped him with insane techniques shows how he thought through his plan. On top of that, he made sure Yuji was in an environment where he was loved and cared for. He knew that for Yuji to bring peace to the world, he had to be different to regular sorcerers and had to be brought up with love. That's why Yuji grows through love. Through love and witnessing his loved ones die, such as his friends, grandparents, and even teachers, Yuji unleashes his arsenal and becomes a stronger person. Kenjaku had to play the evil guy so Sukuna could join him, and the curses can side with him and help him achieve his dream. To finalize this video, what we know is that Yuta has to die for the merger to happen. Sukuna cannot die anytime soon, because if he does die, then goodbye to Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo will not be having a comeback in the culling game because it makes no sense and goes against everything from season 2 up until now. We've said it many times, but he is coming back after Tengen is gone without the 6 eyes, as they are both connected by fate. Tengen gone means 6 eyes won't be needed, and it makes sense why Gege keeps foreshadowing One-Eye Gojo, because Gojo may in fact lose it through the binding vow. The culling game is there to aid Yuji in becoming stronger than ever. It's like a warm-up before the actual battle. In order to grow, he has got to witness people dying. That is how it works for Yuji, and we all have witnessed it during the culling game. Gojo's death allowed Yuji to unleash the claws of calamity. Choso getting black flashed by Sukuna allowed Yuji to unleash his biggest black flash in history alongside his cleave and dismantle. It's all there for Yuji's growth. All I can say is that the culling game is nowhere near as wild, crazy, and mind-blowing as the Tengen Merger. Mark my words.